nice comfortable seat. Nice tall spine, make room for the expansion of the lungs as you breathe. Roll the shoulders up and back, relax them down away from your ears. Close your eyes if you like. And just begin to watch your breath as it moves in and out through your nostrils, down your throat, and into your chest, maybe as deep as your belly. But if it hasn't quite gotten there yet, just watch the breath and notice where it stops. Finding a nice rhythm for your breath. So you may layer a count of 3 or 4, even 5 if you're comfortable with that, to the inhale and the exhale, just matching their length over the course of a few breaths, just kind of settling into that nice rhythmic pattern. Noticing where the breath stops, moving in. And if you find that it's shallow, maybe stopping mid-chest, perhaps, see if you can encourage it to move more deeply into the lungs. You might add a number to that number that you chose. If you started with 3, see if you can make it 4. Started with 4, see if you can make it 5. Just lengthening the inhale and matching that number to the exhale. And if thoughts come in to move you away from this focus on the breath, you might see if you can encourage a letting go of thoughts, letting it drift on by, come back to that focus on the breath. Once you find that pattern, we're going to do about 45 seconds or so of alternate nostril breathing this morning. So taking your thumb onto your right nostril, a gentle press. Don't close it off yet. Take the ring finger and the pinky finger, rest it lightly on the left nostril, and just find a place for those other 2 fingers, maybe on your forehead or floating above your forehead. And when you're ready to begin, press the right nostril closed, breathe in through the left. And then close the left, open the right, breathe out. Breathe in to the right. And then close off the right, open the left, breathe out. And in through the left. Following this pattern, I'll watch the clock, the time. We'll go for about 45 seconds. And you might match that number that you chose for that rhythmic breath for your inhales and your exhales in this alternate nostril breath. And the next time you breathe out through your left nostril, just release your hand from your face, bring it down to your lap, and take a few breaths. Noticing any effects of this pranayama technique, this alternate nostril breath, on the mind or the physical body. So it's said to be a wonderful breath for calming the nervous system and for balancing both sides of both hemispheres of the brain. And then opening your eyes, we'll begin to take 4 big sun breaths. So rooting the feet down, rolling the shoulders up and back, relaxing the arms by your sides. On your inhale, sweep your arms out and up overhead. Press your palms together. And on the exhale, turn the palms outward. Let the fingertips float down back by your sides. As you let the breath go, draw the navel in. Inhale, fill up. And exhale, release it. 2 more. And the last one. Next inhale, arms reach up overhead. And on your exhale, come to cactus arms. Take a nice breath in. And as you exhale, rotate to the right. Inhale back to center and reach the arms overhead. Exhale into cactus. Take a big breath in. And exhale, twist to the left. Inhale back to center, arms reach overhead. Exhale back to cactus. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate right. And inhale back to center, arms reach high. Exhale to cactus. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, rotate to the left. And inhale back to center. One more on each side, arms reach high. Exhale into cactus. Take a breath in. And exhale, rotate right. Inhale to center, arms reach high. Exhale to cactus. Take a breath in. And exhale to the left. Inhale, both arms high, interlace the fingers, pointers reach nice and high, shoulders relax down. Take a breath in, and as you exhale, lean to the right. Draw that left shoulder back, so you're a little bit leaning towards the ceiling. There's an opening of the chest towards the ceiling. You don't have to rotate all the way. Just draw that shoulder back. Maybe let the head turn up and down. You might float it. Just bring some movement into the cervical spine, into the neck. And then find a place to pause as you hold here, looking up or down or straight ahead. Relax the shoulders and breathe 3 breaths into the left side of your body. And on your next inhale, reach the arms nice and high. Take this lean over to the left this time, drawing the right shoulder back, a slight little opening of the chest. Relax the shoulders, maybe drift the head. And find a place where it's most comfortable to hold that point of view, if you will. And take 3 breaths into the right side. Next breath in brings you all the way up. Bring your hands down to your shoulder. Just take a nice breath in, shrug your shoulders up. And on your exhale, let your shoulders relax down. We're going to do a little imaginary swim here, rolling the shoulders. So we're going to alternately roll the shoulders forward. You can start on either side, taking a shoulder up and forward, down and around. Moving from side to side, maybe the hands stay still on your lap, or maybe your arms move a bit. And the head can bobble in whatever way feels comfortable for your neck. You might imagine you're swimming, you're doing that nice little head tilt to bring the breath in and blowing it out as you look forward. I can do this not in water. I find it much harder in the water to breathe that nice rhythmic breath as you do the crawl. And then pause and reverse the direction. So we're going to do the backstroke now. The shoulders are rolling backwards. Keep nice full breaths as you do this. Eventually coming to stillness, bringing your hands onto your lap. One last shrug up as you breathe in. And a big sigh out as you breathe out. Then bring your arms out wide with the palms facing up. We're going to tap our shoulders 10 times. So engage the triceps here as we reach the arms out to the side. Here we go for 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Keep your hands on your shoulders and make circles with your elbows, big or small, any direction. Just pay attention to what direction you're going in so that when we reverse, you'll know what to do. So reverse. And then keep the elbows stretched in opposite direction, and we will bring the elbows up towards the ceiling and down. That was 1. We're going to 10. Here's 2 and 3, 4 and 5, 6 and 7, 8 and 9 and 10. Elbows are out to the sides. We're going to bring our elbows forward, bringing the elbows towards each other, then opening up nice and wide. So here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Arms reach forward and we will tap our shoulders 10 times. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Keep reaching the arms forward and then stack left elbow over right. Find eagle arms of your choosing, whatever you can do. And then take your right leg up, cross it over your left, squeeze your legs together and pull your arms apart. Nice stretch in the upper back, tops of the shoulders. Nod the chin. Feel that stretch in the back of the neck. Take a breath in, and if you like, fold forward. You can stay upright if that's better for you today. Forearms to the side. Take big breaths, 3 of them. Into the back. So feel the back ribs expand and contract as you breathe here. Big, deep breaths. And then bring yourself back up. Unwrap your legs and arms and find the opposite as we bring the right elbow on top this time and the left leg up and over. Squeeze the legs together. Pull the arms apart. Nod the chin. And then deciding up or down. Stay vertical or fold. Wherever you decide to go, take 3 big breaths into the back. Feel the back ribs expand. And then bring yourself all the way up and unwrap it all and prepare for our core work. So we want to always work on our core strength to help with stability and balance. So draw your navel in, draw your low ribs in and up, and lift your pelvic floor, everything along the solar plexus nice and engaged here. And we're going to bring opposite knee and elbow together, sitting as vertical as we can keep ourselves. And if you don't reach your knee with your elbow, that's fine. Just get as close as you can. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. And we are going to take our feet a little wider and do that second piece that we added last week. So we're going to externally rotate a bit the knee as we reach down and lift our foot, reach down for our ankle. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10. All right, so let's bring our feet a little wider and rotate our torso. Let's get down into our hips, moving from our neck and shoulders, solar plexus to hips. So we're just kind of moving down the body as we work different parts, trying to relax parts, relieve pain at parts, strengthen parts. Trying to get every nook and cranny here. So as you rotate, notice what direction you're going in, because as always, we need to find a place to stop and reverse. Can't do that unless we know what direction we're going in to start. So here we go, reverse direction, make those circles. And then eventually bring yourself to a nice tall spine. Bring your feet back in line with your hips and take your right leg up and in. You can hold behind the calf, or you can hug the front of the shin. Wherever you're holding, just begin to roll your ankle, point and flex your toes, get everything really wiggling and stretching. Eventually, keeping that ankle flexed, bring the ankle to your thigh. If you can't get it to your thigh, find a modification, maybe extending left leg and bringing the ankle down somewhere along the shin. So every day is different. Some days you can do things, some days you can't. Close your eyes and bring your awareness to that right hip and low back and buttocks. Breathe into the space. As you breathe in, imagine you're creating space. There's this expansion of space in that lower right quadrant. And as you exhale, there's this release. It's kind of letting go of whatever muscles might feel tight. And if you'd like to deepen the stretch, you can explore lean forward. But always being mindful, if you encounter pain, don't stay there. Back away and just go to a place that's comfortable, where you can feel the effects of the stretch, but no pain allowed. Big breaths into that space. And then bring yourself all the way back up. And take that leg down. Take the opposite leg in. So your left leg is lifting, hold behind or in front of the knee. And circle, point and flex. Wiggle, stretch. And crack. Crackle and pop time. Keep that ankle flexed, bring it to your thigh or somewhere along your shin. And then bring your awareness into that lower left quadrant, the hip, the low back and buttock. See what's present there, breathe into it, creating that space, and then that letting go effect. Maybe you lean forward on this side where you couldn't on the other, or vice versa. Because each side of our body is worked differently during the day. We have different experiences on left and right sides. But discover what's on this side. Just Work with it. Breathe into tightness. And then come back to vertical. Bring that foot down onto the ground. And we will prepare for 5 seated sun salutations. So the feet can be as wide or narrow as you like. It's good to have a little space, maybe 2 fist widths between your feet. But if you want them wide for our folds, go and do it. Sit nice and tall. Find a tall spine, arms relaxed by your side. We'll do 3 plain and 2 with twists. Inhale the arms up overhead. Exhale into cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, glide all the way down over the knees to the ankles, head turns down. Inhale, straighten the arms, reach the heart forward, draw the shoulders back, and exhale, fold back down. Inhale, sweep the arms wide, bring yourself up, and back to mountain on your exhale. 2 more, inhale up, and exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, all the way down. Inhale, find length, and exhale back down. Inhale, root down to rise up. Sweep the arms wide, come all the way up and back to mountain. Last plain one, inhale and exhale. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold forward. Inhale, find length, and exhale, fold down. Inhale, reverse, all the way up and back to the beginning. We'll add the twists. Inhale up and exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold all the way down. Inhale, find length, and on your exhale, left hand down, right arm out to the side, rotate ribs and shoulders, bring it back down, switch sides, rotate to the left, and then bring it down. Exhale, fold, and inhale, bring it up and back to the beginning. Last one. Inhale up and exhale to cactus. Inhale, lean, and exhale, fold. Inhale, find length, and exhale, left hand down, right arm out, rotate right, and exhale, down, switch sides, and take it to the left, bring it back down, and fold. Inhale, rise up. Exhale, thumbs to sternum. Pause, reflect, notice, and feel the effects of these seated movements on energy flow, on body temperature. And then open your eyes and we will prepare for 20 stand-up sit down. So you want to be in a position where your feet are going to be supporting you as you stand up, opposite hand to opposite shoulder, and always know as you do, you don't need to do 20 if 20 isn't for you today. You don't have to go as fast as I'm going. You can go at a different pace. Let's begin together though. Here we go. Here's 1 and 2, 3 and 4, 5 and 6, 7 and 8, 9 and 10. Take your bottom arm to the top just because. 11 and 12, 13 and 14, 15 and 16, 17 and 18 and 19. Last one, 20. Have a seat, take a breath, and sigh it out. And bring yourself to standing. So you'll find mountain pose on our mats. Feet are parallel. Shoulders relaxed. Lift your toes off the mat, spread them, and lay them down And then begin to maybe rock onto the ball and heel of your feet. See if you can do it without your toes. Rock from side to side or circle around the outer edges of those balls and heels. Eventually finding stillness. Feeling the feet rooting into the ground as if they have literal roots moving into the mat. Lift your sternum. Level your chin to the floor. Mountain pose. Eyes open or closed. Just a brief appreciation of the design of the body. And when we hold our postures in the way they were designed to be held, we feel balanced and strong. Good thing to practice once in a while or notice once in a while. Bring your weight into your right leg and we will begin our joint rotation, starting with our toes as we roll over them for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The other way, and 2, 3, and 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. Left foot steps down and the right toes go back for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6, 7, and 8. The other way, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Big toes come together, heels apart, knees together with your hands above them. Just begin to circle the knees for 1, and 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. The other way, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Walk your hands up your legs and separate your feet. Soften your knees and circle your hips for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. And reverse. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8. Keep your body the same. Knees relaxed. Shake out your arms and begin standing waterfall. So the torso is rotating, perhaps an alternate heel lifts, and the arms simply follow obediently along. Without making them move, they're just naturally following the movement of your torso. Nice big breaths as you do this. A beautiful way to release tension in the body. Eventually, bringing your torso to stillness, allowing your arms to settle. Bring your feet wide and turn your toes out. And bring your arms overhead. We will sink into Goddess 5 times, holding on the 5th. So here is 1, and 2, and 3, and 4. We'll hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1, and bring it up. Step your feet together, release your arms by your sides. Take your left foot, cross it over your right. Bring your arms overhead and grab your left wrist with your right hand. Take a lean over to the right, breathe into the left side as you relax the shoulders. Couple of big breaths here. And then uncross the feet and bring your hands to your shoulders. Elbows pointing in opposite direction. We're going to take a rotation to the right. So take a breath in. And as you exhale, rotate upper body to the right. Keep the lower body straight ahead. Keep the elbows in line with each other. So try not to do that. Keep your elbows nice and wide. And come back to center and release. Take your right foot and cross it over your left. Bring your arms overhead. Left hand grabs the right wrist. Take a lean to the left. Relax the shoulders. Breathe into the right side. Big, deep, full breaths. And then uncross your feet and relax your arms down. Nice. So we are going to do a tightrope walk today for our dynamic balance. So bring your chair off your mat if it's on the mat and come to the top of your mat. We're going to take one foot, bring it in front of the other, heel to toe. Bring the weight to the front foot and step the back foot forward. So being mindful is our practice of where the weight of our body is in our feet. You don't have to go fast here, just be mindful as you move to the top of your mat. And once you get to the top of your mat, go backwards. Challenging. And once you get to the back of your mat, pause. We're going to do the grapevine, so turn the long way on your mat. And we're going to take our outer foot in front and then bring our feet together. Take our outer foot behind and bring our feet together. So outer foot forward and together and back together. Forward and together, back and together. Once you get to the end of your mat, move it in the other direction. So outer leg in front, together, behind, together, in front, together, behind, together, in front. All the way to the end of the mat. You don't have to go as fast or as slow as me. Just be mindful of the weight of your body on your feet. Great little moves to practice for balance. Because when we want to be balanced, it's usually when we're moving in one direction or the other. So now we're going to do tree, as always. We don't want to have a class without a tree. Nice foundational balance pose. So find mountain pose. Chair can be nearby or not, your choice. Bring your weight into your right leg and come onto the toes of your left foot and find an external rotation here for yourself. So the toes can stay on the ground with the heel against your ankle, or you can move the foot up your leg, bring your hands to your heart overhead, or maybe you keep a hand on the chair today. Maybe there's some barometric pressure affecting you today. I'm watching the clock. So your job is to breathe and to focus on something that does not move. And then turn your knee forward and step that foot down. If it would feel good to shake out your legs, go ahead and do that. And we will go to tree number 2. So the weight's in your left side, come onto the toes of your right foot and externally rotate that knee to the degree that you can without letting the hips start to rotate. Hands at your heart or overhead. Whatever position helps you balance. I'm watching the clock. Find your drishti, your point of focus, and find your breath. And then turn your knee forward and step out of that tree. Beautiful job. Shake it out if you like. And then turn your chair around so that the seat is facing you. And we will do a simple vinyasa, a nice little flow. So find mountain pose in front of your chair. And then inhale your arms up overhead. We'll do 2 simple sun salutations first. Exhale, bow or swan dive forward, your choice. Inhale to a long spine, hands to shins or thighs. Draw the shoulders back, reach the heart forward. Exhale, fold back down. And inhale, bend your knees generously, sweep your arms wide, bring them overhead and back by your sides. One more of those. Inhale up and exhale forward. Fold or swan dive. Inhale to a long spine and exhale, fold. Inhale, reverse it, bring it back up. Exhale, hands through heart center and back by your sides. So we'll add the chair now. Inhale up and exhale, fold. Inhale, long spine. And exhale, hands to the chair, find plank. Nice long straight line from head to toe. You can stay here in plank or thread your torso between your arms, lift your heart and your gaze. Come onto your toes, you're in up dog. Exhale, send your hips back to down dog. We're going to do 2 more of those, working upper body strength here as always. Inhale, come back into plank. Stay in plank or thread it through to up dog. Exhale, send the hips back to down dog. Last flow of these planks to up dogs, back into plank. Choose to go through or not into up dog. Exhale, hips go back to down dog. And when you get there, just pedal out your dog. So bend one knee and the other. Lift one heel and then the other, or maybe shake or nod your head. Really reaching those sitting bones back and extending through the spine. Eventually bringing both heels down, keeping the knees bent as much as you need to here. On your next inhale, step your left foot forward and spin your right heel in. Bend into that front knee. Bring yourself up to warrior one. So the weight is evenly distributed in the front and the back foot. Nice roots growing down to support you. Legs are strong. Arms are reaching high, but the shoulders are relaxed. Pinkies turned in. Take a nice breath in as you exhale. Come to cactus. Arms open up your heart. Maybe lift your gaze. We're going to do 3 of these. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale into cactus. Inhale, arms high. Last one, exhale into cactus. Inhale the arms up overhead, press the palms together. And then bring your thumbs to your sternum. We're going to take that twist, remembering to keep your hips facing forward. Take a nice breath in. Exhale, rotate to the left. Nice stretch in the right hip flexor here. We're strengthening our psoas muscle on the left. You can stay with your hands at your heart or open up nice and wide into a west side stretch. Staying here or reversing it. Right arm up, left arm down. Nice little arch in the back. Nice opening to the front body. Breathe in and out. Next inhale, both arms reach up overhead. On an exhale, the arms will sweep back and the heart will sweep forward. Weight stays on both legs, not in just the fronts. Inhale, sweep it up. And exhale, sweep back, heart forward. Last one, inhale up. Exhale, sweep back. Next inhale, sweeps up. And then exhale, hands to the chair, step it back to plank. Stay in plank or come through to up dog. Exhale, send the hips back to down dog. Inhale the right foot forward. Left heel spins in as you bend the right leg, sweep your arms up, find warrior one. Root down through both feet. Nice breath in, exhale into cactus. Inhale, arms high. Exhale into cactus. And inhale, arms high. Last one, exhale into cactus. Inhale, arms high. Exhale, hands to the heart. Take a breath in. Exhale, rotate to the right. Choose to stay with your hands at your heart or open into that west side stretch. Stay with your arms reaching or flip and reverse. Back to the west side stretch. Sweep the arms up. Exhale, arms sweep back, heart reaches forward, legs equally distributed weight holds you up in both of them. Inhale, the arms reach high. And exhale, sweep back, heart forward. Last one, high. And exhale, sweep it back. Inhale, arms overhead. And exhale, hands to the chairs, step attack, plank. Your choice, stay here in plank or threaded through to up dog. Exhale, send the hips back to down dog. Maybe you pedal it out a bit here. So a nice extension of the spine, reaching the sitting bones back, wagging the tail of the dog. Eventually, both heels down, knees bent. Walk your hands towards your legs, coming into a standing ragdoll. So the arms can dangle or you can hold opposite elbows. Big breaths here in and out, right into the back of the lung. They say that the back of the lungs are kind of neglected. We seldom take big enough breaths to fill up the back body. See if you can feel the back ribs expand as you breathe. Then release any bind that you might have. Bend your knees generously. Sweep your arms wide. Bring yourself all the way up. Palms meet overhead. And then they meet in front of your heart. Pause and notice the effects of these standing postures and flows before we move ourselves to the floor. So opening your eyes, moving your chair off your mats, and finding Tadasana at the top. Excuse me. Noticing its strength and balance. Inhale your arms up overhead, press your palms together. Exhale, bow forward. Inhale, find length. Shoulders draw back, heart reaches forward. Exhale, hands to the mat. One foot steps back, knee drops. And the other knee meets it. Find tabletop. So maybe wiggle a little bit, get yourself settled. Hands flat with wide fingers or fisted if that's better. Knees are right underneath your hips. We're going to do a few cat and cows. So you know how it goes. Tail lifts, belly drops, heart and gaze lift. Press the mat away, straighten those arms. Exhale, draw the navel in towards your spine, arch the back like a little Halloween cat. Let the head turn down. Go through a few of these at your own pace. And then come to a neutral tabletop. We're going to extend our right leg back, floated about hip height. And if it's right for you, extend your left leg. We're going to come into 5 crunches here. So engage your core, take a breath in and lengthen, exhale in, inhale out. Here's 2, and 3, and 4, and 5. Extending out, and then back to the beginning. Left leg lifts. Right arm maybe, if it's right for you. Find your balance. Inhale, lengthen out. Exhale, bring it in. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale. That's 2. Here's 3. and 4, and 5. Both hand and knee down, 2 rounds of cat and cow. Coming to a neutral tabletop, bring your forearms to the mat, parallel to each other. Walk your knees back, lay your belly down, find Sphinx. So you're pressing into the mat with the tops of your feet. Shoulders are drawing back, heart is lifted, chin is parallel to the floor. Nice little arch in the back. If this is too much for you, you can always move your elbows further away to change the position of that back arc. And then lift your elbows, lower your chest, bring your hands under your shoulders, bring your forehead to the mat. We're going to do 3 rounds of baby cobra here. So roll the shoulders up towards your ears, up towards the ceiling, back towards your hips, and float your heart off the mat. Reach the head forward, gaze down. Exhale, forehead down, repeat. Roll the shoulders and float the heart. And then lower. Last one. Roll the shoulders, lift the heart. And then lower. Stack your forearms, rest your forehead, bend your knees, and windshield wipe your legs. Coming to stillness, knees still bent. Let your right leg extend down, and if it's possible, grab your heel, your ankle, your toes of that left foot. Draw the heel in towards your buttocks. We're getting a nice stretch through our quads, the front muscle of our thigh. And take a couple of breaths here. And then release any bind that you have on that left foot, bend the right. Reach back for the heel, the ankle, toes, whatever you can reach. Draw your heel towards your buttocks, breathe. If you can't reach any part of your ankle or your toes or your foot, you can take a strap around your foot or your ankle. Help yourself there. And then release that leg down. Roll yourself over onto your back any way that you like. Excuse me. And bring your knees in towards your chest. Take your right foot down onto the ground and extend your left leg up, point and flex. So we're going to get a little stretch for our hamstring now. So these big muscles in our thighs affect the health and the feelings in our back. You know, they can be tight, they can become tight, they can pull on our back, and they can cause some discomfort or pain. So we want to stretch the back as we did the front. So heel presses up towards the ceiling. You can hold behind your thigh or behind your calf and just gently draw your leg towards your head. You can point and flex or circle your ankle if you want. Just get your mind off that hamstring. A little bend in the knee will alleviate pulling at the back of the knee. So we're just stretching this big muscle, this hamstring. And then flex your foot, bring your ankle to your thigh, press your thigh away. We're in pigeon. So we're also stretching the muscles at the outer and inner hip here. All these muscles that affect the low back. We're not going to stay here too long. And switch. Left foot down, right leg towards the ceiling. Hold the back of your thigh or calf, point and flex. And then press the heel up, draw the toes down, And see if you can draw that leg back a bit towards you. Breathe into sensation. Move out of pain. With the foot flexed, bring the ankle to your left thigh. Press that right thigh away with your right hand. And then take that foot down to the ground. You can have your feet as wide as the mat or closer together somewhere. They could be touching even if this is better for you. We're going to do windshield wiping of our legs, getting into our hips still. So we're just going to rock from side to side. The next time that your knees fall to the left, let them stay there. Arms can go out like wings if you like. And if it's right for you, if you want to explore this, take your left foot, rest it on your right thigh. You're going to feel this nice stretch through the outer hip, through the psoas muscle, the front of the right hip. But if this causes any pain, particularly in your back, just keep that left foot on the ground. And then if your left foot is on your right thigh, bring it back to the ground and let your knees come up and over to the right. Same thing here. It might be very different. So maybe you couldn't put that left foot on your right thigh. Maybe the right foot on the left thigh works on this side. Maybe not. Never pain. We're just trying to get good sensations in the body here. Big breaths. And then if that right foot is on your thigh, bring it back down and come back to neutral. Knees are facing the ceiling. We're going to do 3 flowing bridges. So bring your feet close to your buttocks so that your ankles are underneath your knees. Arms down by your sides. And you have choices. You can float your arms up and back as you lift the hips, or you can keep them by your side. But to begin, everyone just turns the pubic bone up toward your navel, flatten your back, and energize the inner thigh and inner foot. On an inhale, press into the mat with your feet as you lift these hip points up. Maybe you float the arms up. And then come down from the top to the bottom. So you're maintaining a nice long spine as you lower from the top to the tail. And then maybe release that pelvic tilt, push the pubic bone away, little arch in the back, and then flatten it again as you draw it in. Root down to the feet and lift up. And then bring everything back down. Do a couple more, as many as you like. If you would rather just kind of hold in this bridge with your hips up and your heart lifted, do that. Totally up to you. What feels good is what you should do. This next one, I'm going to keep my arms down, keep my hips up, and interlace my hands under my torso, giving myself a little more of a lift, pressing into the mat with my upper arms and shoulders. Holding for 5 and 4, 3 and 2 and 1. Releasing my bind, coming all the way down, bringing the soles of my feet together and letting the knees lay out. Maybe rocking a little, this reclined butterfly, maybe flapping its little wings, hanging out for a couple of breaths. And then coming into happy baby, maybe Lifting the feet, keeping the soles of the feet together, reaching between my legs for my toes or feet or ankles. Soles of the feet turn up. There's always the option of hugging the outer thighs, drawing your thighs towards the floor. Keep extending your tailbone towards the bottom of the mat. So try not to curl up the lower body in this posture. Keep lengthening the spine onto the mat. You can rock if you like, or extend a leg, or both legs. And then releasing any bind that you might have, drawing your knees together, extending your legs up, lifting your tailbone, stacking your fists underneath that tailbone, or maybe a block goes there or a blanket. Hanging out in this legs up the wall, Viparita Karani. This posture that the body so seldom gets to hang out in. I think it craves it. It's only so, feels so happy when my body likes this posture. Well, a few breaths here, allowing the blood to flow back towards the heart and thyroid and brain, calming the body's nervous system. And then as you feel ready to end your practice in stillness, find a spot where you can be still. It could be right here. Or you might choose to come into corpse pose with your legs extended and your arms by your sides. Once you find the place that you can be still, take a big breath in through your nose and a big sigh out through your mouth. Feel the body settle into the support of the mat. All the touch points just relaxing into it, the back of the head and shoulders. Perhaps the elbows, forearms, and the backs of the hands. Upper back and buttocks, the thighs and calves and heels. Just releasing into that support, trusting it. So my reading today is from Limitless, Donna Falls' book of poems and writings. And it's called Yoga's Gift. Merge moment with unchanging stillness. Blend stretch with breath and depth mind awareness. Bridging the inner and outer realms is yoga's gift, allowing layer after layer to peel away until the truth is indisputable. And I am left suspended like a drop of dew, poised and lucid and quiet. Then you might allow your attention to move back to your breath. Letting each new breath be fuller than the one before it, and each new exhale more of a letting go. Bringing awareness into the physical body, wiggling fingers and toes, or circling ankles and wrists, or letting the head gently drift from side to side. And if it would feel good to take a nice full body stretch, go ahead and reach the arms overhead, extend the legs long, take the biggest, fullest breath of the day so far, all the way to the top, plus some more. And as you exhale, draw your knees into your chest for that final squeeze of the practice, that hug of gratitude towards yourself for making it to class today, for doing this wonderful thing for yourself, and knowing that it is so good for you, recognizing the gifts of yoga. Choosing to roll to one side, left or right, stay on your back if you prefer. Just checking in with yourself to notice what might have shifted or changed since you arrived for your practice. Perhaps it is a different flow of energy in the body, perhaps a different frame of mind. Finding one small thing that you can take off your mat into your day. Perhaps it is that thought about using the back of your lungs, taking full deep breaths every time that you think about today's practice. Finding some thought that you can leave behind, a worry, a judgment, either of someone else or of yourself. Just let go of those things that don't serve you, leave them on your mat. And if they need to come back to you, they will. And as you feel ready to end your practice, find your way to a comfortable seat. And once you are there, bring your hands to your heart. We bring our hands to our hearts, reminding us to fill our hearts with kindness and compassion. And to our lips, reminding us to speak words of kindness and compassion. To our third eye, reminding us to expand our thoughts of kindness and compassion towards ourselves as well as others. And in honor of the light that shines in each one of us, the light that unites us all, we bow and say namaste.